Welcome, welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome. I'm back. Yes, despite my protestations, I'm back for the third season of the Let's Go Live show. And we are going to be talking about live streaming tools and software and comparing them, what is the best for you, etc., and even doing demos of some of them. So I wasn't going to start today, but we can go and have a brief look at our third season and what we're going to be doing. I haven't got my list. Basically, I went on a course the last 2 weeks, and this hair is bugging me the heck. Last two weeks on having success with YouTube. Turns out I'm doing everything wrong. So we're going to be reorganizing. I don't think we'll do this like they do it, recorded video, but we'll see what we can incorporate, including monetizing my channel next week. So this week we're just going to have a quick chat, and we're going to talk about what we're doing. And so we're going to look at the software and tools to make your live stream, because everyone should be going live. Everyone should be doing video, because it's the only way people can get to know, like, and trust you. And to be honest, when AI avatars are coming in, it's going to be real important for you to be real. So let's go have a quick look at the presentation. I hadn't planned to start today, so I haven't got my links up or my freebies, but I'll talk about my freebie. Maybe I'll have another freebie next week as well. So let's go to the presentation. And it's the Let's Go Live show, season 3. And so this is episode 1.1, although I think it'll be 1.0 because we'll do this episode next week. Why software matters and choosing the right live streaming tool. So we've already talked about setting up your studio. We've talked about live streaming and how important it is for you and the ways that you can make it something that is part of your business and helps your business to grow. And then I think the final ones we were talking about before in season 2 was basically live streaming and where you can do it. So we are going to be talking about the tools today. And so next week, my key talking points will be why software is the foundation of live streaming success. We're going to compare hardware versus software streaming and the key differences. We're going to look at some of the popular types of live streaming software that are affordable, as well as the ones that aren't affordable and what they give you. What to look for when choosing your live streaming tool. So I have going to have a live streaming guide, live streaming platform comparison guide, where we look at, I think it was 5 major live streaming tools, the costs, the pros, the cons, the costs right now in 2025, etc. And you can download that and get it next week, because I'm not ready this week. So it's useful, especially if you haven't made a commitment to any software or tool. We're going to go over them and talk about them many times. So we are also going to compare hardware versus software streaming over the next few sessions. So we're going to look at the setup costs. We're going to look at the flexibility. We're going to look at the ease of use and the scalability for your business. For some of you, you're always using Zoom now, so we will be looking at Zoom, which reminds me, I've got to put that into the comparison table, because a lot of these software and tools, I can tell you right now, have changed quite a bit since I started. Apologies, I'm getting a pen. But you've got it. I'm going to add Zoom, if it's not there, to the comparison table, since so many people are using it. And basically, you can obviously live stream with Zoom. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, since I started back in 2016, of course, Google Hangouts disappeared. It was a software. But since then, a lot of the tools have become very much like my favorite, XSplit, in that you can, of course, use it for streaming, and you can obviously have a presentation format where you can add your logos, your brand, you can do presentations, etc. So before I guess we could, yeah, I think that we do the history of streaming. And like before, for Zoom, all you could do was get on and broadcast. You couldn't even broadcast. You had to connect with someone else in order to be live. And now a lot of them are adding background removers, the possibility of doing presentations, etc. in the last year or two. And of course, they're all starting to use AI for various things in their business. So we're going to look at the history of it and then probably start looking at the various tools next time. So in summary, for next week, we will be talking obviously about hardware versus software. You may not know what the hardware is in comparison to the software. But basically, live streaming software is essential for flexibility and reach on the internet. There's free versus paid tools, and you can choose based on your goals what you want to do with it. And of course, you got to match your software to your audience and purpose. If no one else in your audience has Zoom, which is totally untrue. Most people do use Zoom since I think it has a free 45 minutes still. You wouldn't be able to connect with them, so you'd need to obviously use some software that they can use. So unless you embed a chat, like for one stream, it has a chat that connects up to only Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. That's changed. So it's its system. So you have to figure out how it connects. Whereas if you're on Facebook, of course, you're always connected to your group or you're on your page to chat. So, it's all those kind of things you have to consider. So we'll be talking about that more in depth next week. And to be honest, I wasn't going to come on today because I wasn't prepared. But I'll tell you a little bit about the course that I took. Basically, the person doing it has made millions, obviously. Otherwise, you don't go and see them, I guess, on YouTube. And you have to ask yourself, well, how is she getting all these views and everything? And it's a matter of comparing yourself to other people who are getting views and doing some of the similar things to them. It's also about doing quality recorded video that it is everlasting sort of thing, so you can build your audience, etc. So doing a live doesn't really work that way. So I'm going to have to figure out, and I've gotten into doing some research on some of the things that I can do on a live stream to get a bigger audience to come on. I mean, obviously, improv. Oh, hi, I'm going live. Does not get people on on your live stream. So we're gonna go for now. If you see me on YouTube, you can go to @jane-gardner. There's my name down there. You can spell it and put it together, and you can join and subscribe and get notifications of when I go live again. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the Let's Get Visible show. I mean, that's basically the core of everything that I do, visibility. And this is sort of extra in a way, even though I started this one first. So maybe I better do it tomorrow. So I better get working on that lesson. So yeah, that's it for me today. And I'm going to connect see how, if I can connect. Oh, so it says that it's connected, which I find hard to believe, but maybe it is to those sections. And then if someone comments, I see the viewer chat. So it's got its own system. So just for those who are asking, yes, I am using XSplit as my broadcaster tool. I love it. I would have gotten shares before they expanded. And also OneStream Live is the one that is the multi-broadcaster. So you have broadcasting tools, live streaming tools, the same thing. And then you have multi-broadcaster, multi-stream broadcasters, I guess you would call it, tools. And we'll be looking over those as well, as there are some that do it both things. And so it's up to you which one you decide to do. So we're going to be doing live streaming tools this season. And welcome. I'll see you next week.